to you all about how to buy a home, even if you have student loan debt. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people have student loan debt, but listen, you still can go into home ownership. And I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. So if there's anyone that you know that is looking to buy property, whether it's rental property up to 4 units, a single family home, a condo, a townhome, and they got student loans, tell them about this video right now. Let's get right into it. Okay. So first things first. All right. So now, by the way, we do have a home in 90 days. It's a free webinar. It's going to be this Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay. So make sure you guys are going to get registered register for that. That's a free webinar. So now, student loan debt doesn't automatically disqualify you from buying a home. Okay. A lot of people think that if you got a certain amount of student loan debt, that you won't be able to buy a home. Listen, that's not true. Many of you all can most definitely go into home ownership. Okay. Many of you all can go into home ownership if you have student loans. And I'm going to show you what they're looking for specifically. Okay. Mortgage lenders care more about how much you pay each month, not how much you owe. So if you owe 10,000, 100,000, if you got, listen, just so you guys know, the highest amount I've ever seen for student loans was like 756,000. I took a photo. I got to find it. It was like $756,000 of student loan debt. Okay. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. But I think she was in college for like being a lawyer or something like that. But anyway, they care about what you're paying each month. Okay. Because what you're paying each month is essentially going to be factored into what we call your DTI. And I'm going to be talking about that in a second. Okay. Now, if your loans are in good standing and your payment fits the budget, you still can qualify. You still can qualify. Okay. But your loans got to be in good standing. Let's talk about that. What's good standing? They can be in forbearance. Forbearance means that it's more of a like a right now, I think they're doing like 30 to 60 days. I'm sorry, 30 to 90 days forbearance, right? So it's kind of like a mini pause in a sense, but you cannot have them in default. You cannot have your student loans in default. Default means you're not paying them. You're not on some type of payment plan. You're not on some type of IBR, which I'll talk about in a second. You've just been completely ignoring them. They're not even in deferment anymore. Technically, they're in deferment, but payment is due and you're not paying them. If your loans are in good standing and your payment fits the budget, you can still qualify. Okay, you can still qualify. Let's break that down further. Okay, by the way, this is that free webinar I was telling you guys about. Okay, now listen, I'm doing this one more time. I'm doing this one more time. We got over 50 or 60 emails from people saying, man, I missed the free webinar. Listen, this is your opportunity to watch the free webinar again live. Well, not again, but live. Okay, live. So you got to make sure that it's making sense to you. Okay, again, this is your opportunity to get a chance to watch it live. Okay, now in that, but either way, scan the QR code. But listen, spots are filling up. Once it's gone, that's it. I told you guys last time we had to turn people away. Okay, we had to turn people away last time. Okay, let's keep going. And look at this, guys. We helped all these people go into homeownership. We can help you do the same. Scan the QR code right there on your screen, or just go ahead and click the link inside the description below. Okay, it's also right here on the screen as well, too. Homeindays.com. Okay, let's keep going. Now, next is going to be, all right, income-driven repayment plans can help your approval chances. This is also known as IBR, IDR. It's all the same thing. IDR is income-driven repayment. Okay. Income-based repayment, same thing, is based on your income. Okay. But income-driven repayment plans can help your approval chances. Okay. How is that? Lower monthly payments. Okay. Lower monthly payments. That's how you're able to do it, which helps with mortgage approval. Okay. That's going to help you with mortgage approval. How is that? Because they're lowering your monthly payment, or you may not even be on a monthly payment right now. It's based on your income. So they look at your income and they say, hey, you're making X amount of dollars. Let's go ahead and put you on a payment plan based on what you're bringing in per month, not just some random number. A lot of people are paying $300, $400, $500. We're talking a car note. Some of y'all are paying a mortgage right now for the student loans. Okay. But again, I know some of you all may feel like, man, what did I do wrong? I went to school. I got the job. Why I got the debt, right? Because a lot of us then start, off with parents giving us money and all the rest of the stuff. We needed to go to school. We need the teachers. We need the doctors. We need these people, right? But either way, it may seem like the world is coming down, but you still can go into home ownership if this is what you want to do. Okay. Now, some lenders even use zero payments from IDR plans when calculating your finances. So a lot of times, this is not every lender, but some lenders essentially say you're not paying anything from the IDR plans when calculating your finances. Okay. So again, now I'm not telling you all to go get on an income-based repayment plan or income-driven repayment plan yet. Let the lender tell you. Some of you all are getting on income-driven repayment plans and your balance is like $15,000. If your balance is like $20,000 or less, maybe even $25,000 to $30,000 or less, please do not get on. I don't want anyone to get on a repayment plan until the lender says get on one. Okay, that's the best general answer I can give. Now, if my team and I look at your credit report and we recommend it, then that's different. But everyone watching this is not going to get a game plan. I get it. But I'm telling you, the most general answer is make sure the lender tells you if you need to get an income-driven repayment plan. Okay, let's keep going. Next is you still need your credit score. It doesn't have to be super strong, but it got to be strong enough to get in the door. Even if your student loans are current, okay, you still need to qualify. Now, check this out. I missed a word too. I meant to say strong credit profile. Check this out. Can you buy a home with student loans if your credit score is 580? Answer is yes. Okay. However, you need to be 620 or higher to have an easier loan process and the best interest rate available. Again, let's say that again. You need to have an easy loan process, right? Because you don't want to have a lot of red tape, a lot of questions being asked. You got to do a lot of LOEs. It's called letter of explanations. They need you to explain a lot of stuff because you're the 580. When you're at 620, it's an easier process and you get the market rate. The market rate is the best rate. By the way, I know y'all been paying attention. Interest rates been coming down. Interest rates just start coming down. Started, was that Monday, Tuesday? They coming down a little bit. Get ready for it. Get ready, right? Anyway, lenders want to see on-time payments, low credit card balances, and no recent collections. Now, that's what they want to see. Can you buy a home with student loans and have late payments? Yes. But now you got to explain it. Can you buy a home with student loans and have credit card balances? Yes. But the numbers got to work out. You can't be making $30,000, $40,000 a year. Got student loans that's $40,000, $50,000. You late on credit cards. You got collections. We got to show them what they want to see. We got to show them the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, the last 3 to 6 months. If you guys were lucky enough to catch my free webinar, this most recent one, I was telling people, banks care about what you've done recently. Somebody put recently inside the comments. They care about what you've done recently. Okay. So here's the thing. Let's talk about deleted student loans. Let me zoom in on this. I hope y'all listening. Watch this. I hope y'all listening. Watch this. Deleted student loans. Let's talk about it. Because I'm not going to send y'all off. Y'all get enough people send y'all off. Y'all want the real? Let me give you all the real. Matter of fact, hold on. No, you know what? I'm going to show y'all afterwards. Let me tell you something. Y'all ready? Okay. If you get your student loans removed from your credit report, they can still see your student loans. Let me say this one more time and I'm going to explain. If you get your student loans removed from your credit report, because some people are like, man, you get them removed? Yeah, if your student loans have inaccuracies on them, then yes, you can dispute them. I've seen student loans get removed. I've seen them been corrected. I've seen them been added back once they get corrected. But there's a lot of people out here saying, hey, just get them removed. Just remove them student loans off your credit report. Let me tell you something that these people won't tell you. Number one, anyone that says that you can get your student loans removed and that the banks can't see them has no idea what they're talking about, and they've never bought a property. They know nothing about real estate. They know nothing about real estate. They know nothing about FHA loans. They know nothing about conventional loans. They know nothing about the lending process. They just want you to pay them. You know how I know? My wife and I own a firm. We own one of the most highly recognized firms in the South Side of Chicago. Look us up, Park Place. I'm going to show y'all in a second. Don't worry. Anyway, this is what it is. There's software. You know how like y'all got, let me tell you something. You have regular people have access to ChatGPT. Regular people. So if you're a regular and you got access to something free, what you think they got access to if they pay for it? Anyway, so there's a software that's been out there for years there's a software that's been out there for years called Fraud Guard. I just did a video on this. Fraud Guard looks up anything that's government, state, or federally related, and it can still look it up. Let me tell you something. A credit report is just what you have access to, and it's what banks can pull. Keyword can. They got access to other things, guys. They not dumb. They know you were moving stuff off your credit report. That's why they have Fraud Guard. Let me tell you what Fraud Guard can look up. Number one, Fraud Guard can look up student loans. Why? Because they were issued by the government in the first place. You got student loans from the government, and then you're asking to get approved for a mortgage loan from the government, and you think that they can't see that? See, this is why you need a credit strategist. You not just some credit repair. You keep going to credit repair. Most credit repair people, they in and they out. Most credit repair people got started in 2020. They quit the business 6 months later, 12 months later. Because it's more than just sending disputes. It's more than just telling you to get a trade line. It's more than that. They're not going to last. They're not going to last longer than a flash in the pan. You know, like when you got a pan, like a frying pan, and you tilt it, the light kind of hit. They gone because they heart not in it. They want the money. They want the money. That's why I'm 2,200 videos in. The money's a byproduct. The money is something you guys give me sometimes for my time because I'm giving the information. It's going to come to me anyway, not in an arrogant way. I don't want to come off like that. I'm saying it to say, I want to make sure you guys got the information. I want to make sure you guys got the right information. I'm going to say this one last time. If you get your student loans deleted, they can still see it. Anybody that says otherwise has no idea what they're talking about. They don't own a house. They don't own property. They don't own multiple properties. They're going to send you off. Call any loan officer right now. Challenge me on this. It's not going to happen. It's basic common sense. Here's another way of looking at it. You want an FHA loan, which is backed by the government. The government gave you the student loan. I'm moving past it. Y'all got it. Moving on. Okay. Now, look, check this out. Because it can still be seen because they're from the government. Either way, your credit score can make or break your interest rate, even if you meet all other criteria. So make sure you got everything in place, guys. 620 or better. 580 get your foot in the door. You can get approved. You can do it, but you got to make sure a little bit stronger than that. Okay, let's keep going. You may need to add a cosigner. You may need to consider adding a cosigner. Some of y'all right now, it may not be at this current second, but it's probably going to be tonight. You might be sleeping with the cosigner. It's time to put the person you sleep with to work. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so listen, you can add up to 4 people on a FHA application. FHA requires 3.5% down. Okay. You can add up to 4 people. So here's the thing. I was talking to our nationwide lender. Okay. By the way, if you guys want access to our nationwide lender, she's got a special coming up. Okay. It's only for the people. It's only for the people that register for the free webinar. I just talked to her yesterday. She's giving out $500 towards your closing costs. $500 saves a lot of money. $500 could be your moving fees. $500 could be going to help out some furniture. $500, man, that'll help you pay down up an appraisal. $500 may be the cost of your inspection. But you got to sign up for the free webinar. Okay. And obviously, you got to have a loan with her as well. We'll get into that a little later. We talking about the basics right now. I got to make sure I get all the cloudiness out. See, everybody give you the easy stuff. How to buy a home, and this is what you need. And no. I'm talking about what y'all really dealing with. Y'all got student loans. I know the numbers. 50% of the people that's watching this right now got student loans. I know the numbers. I know this industry. I can take this conversation any way you want to take it. And you know how I know? This is how I'm getting so many people inside of homes. Ain't no magic. I just know what these banks are looking for. Anyway, so here, 4 people on an FHA loan, up to 3 people on a conventional loan. Okay, you may have to go with a conventional loan. If so, you would need a 680 credit score. Now, check this out. Are there lenders that have conventional programs where you need a 620 or 650? Yes, but just because that's the entry level, you're gonna have issues. It may be a little difficult for you. The higher your score, the easier this process gonna be, especially with conventional. Conventional is a slightly different process. Not process, but you need to have a higher score for it to be a smoother process. Y'all got it? Next, more income equals more buying options, as you now have a better DTI percentage. So if you got more people on a loan, person you sleeping with. Now here, I'm just making a joke about that. But here, let me give you another scenario. I had a client, she's taking care of her father. Okay, she's taking care of her father. Father is still getting retirement money, stuff like that. She says, Calvin, I really want to buy this house that's in this neighborhood. Really nice neighborhood. It's called Plainfield over here in Illinois. Chill neighborhood. Either way, I said, listen, let's put him on the loan. I didn't know I could put him on the loan and he's retired. Girl, listen. Retirement income, pension income, Social Security income, disability income, child support income is income. Okay? Listen. So here's the thing. She said, so long story short, we added dad to the application. The credit was there. What else is he doing? He ain't doing nothing. He retired. Said, girl, add him to the loan. Added him to the loan. They've been in the house for years now. She says, Calvin, I can't thank you enough. I know. See, it's not about me. See, a lot of times people keep showing you them. Look at me. Look at what I bought. Look at what I've done. Man, forget all that. Show me how many people you've helped. I'm going to show you guys how many people we've helped in a second, because it's not about me. But check this out. It's either you lower your debts or you increase your income. Student loan debts is hard. Listen, it's 40, 50, 60,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know some of y'all are thinking like, what was we thinking? I told y'all to get them refund checks back years ago. I remember I got kicked out of a Facebook group years ago. I said, listen, y'all need to give them refund checks back. Man, this guy crazy, man. What you talking about, man? I ain't gonna get them refund checks back. Okay. Add up how many, add up. Listen, add up them refund checks you got. If you graduated college and you spent 8 semesters, we're talking about just 8 semesters, and you got a refund check every semester, on average, people was getting a refund check of $3,000 per semester. So if you get a refund check, by the way, that's a whole nother video. But if you do $3,000, 3 times 8, that's $24,000. Half of your student loan balances is refund check. Let me keep going. I don't want to make nobody mad. Anyway, free webinar. Credit to Home this Sunday, 7 p.m. Question is, will you be there? Will you be there? Okay, look at this. Let me just go down the list here because y'all think it's a game. Landlord. I went to high school with her. She says, Calvin, can I use my VA loan and buy property up to 4 units? Absolutely. Landlord. Another person, Calvin, she says, listen, a friend of mine said you made the home buying process for her so easy, but I want to be a landlord. I've been paying rent my whole life, and I just added up how much money I could make if I'm collecting rent. Somebody put collect rent. You can collect rent if you want to. She's a landlord now. Let's keep going. Another person right here. She was in the 400s. She was a 400 credit score. She says, Calvin, I've been seeing you all on my Facebook page. Everybody's going to you. What is going on? Can you help me? Yes. We looked at her credit report. She asked for a custom game plan. Let me put the link in here before I forget. Home in90days.com. If you like it, listen, make sure you invite people to this. Okay. Anyway, she was in the 400s. She got a custom game plan. That's the sauce right there. This is a secret. It's where we look at your credit report and we tell you exactly what you need to do step by step. She followed it to the T. She's a homeowner now. I can go all day. Veteran, y'all have heard these stories. I just want to break that because see, y'all think it's just photos. Oh man, this was the end result. I knew they was going to buy a home. I knew they were going to get pre-approved. I knew I could get them out of their neighborhood. I knew I could help them use their VA loans. I knew I could help them increase their credit scores. I knew this already. They didn't know. I know this. And you watching this, I know I can do the same for you. I don't care what your situation is. Either way, veteran. He don't even pay taxes on his property no more. And he was paying rent. I said, man, listen, let's put this VA loan to work. You a veteran? Shout out to all the veterans in the house. We appreciate all your services. Y'all need to stay ready because we never know what's going to happen. But anyway, now he's a homeowner. Moving on over here, young lady right here, one of the youngest at this time, one of the youngest landlords in the state. She said, Calvin, listen, I've been seeing you on my Facebook. I've been seeing you on my social media. Help me out, please. I got you. Custom game plan. Looked at her credit report, told exactly what she need to do. Homeowner. She says, Calvin, listen, I see a lot of people on my timeline talking about you, but you just helping people buy single family homes and multi-family homes. I just want a condo. Now she's a condo owner. Young lady right here says, hey, listen, you help somebody I went to college with. Listen, me and my husband, our credit's not the best. No problem. Custom game plan. Followed it to the T, homeowners. Another couple went to high school with them. He says, hey, listen, what do we need to do? Custom game plan, homeowners. This young lady right here, y'all heard this story. She stayed in her grandmother's building. She grew up in her grandmother's building. Grandma said, listen, I can't keep taking care of the building. I'm behind. I don't know what the financial situation was, but no one in the building, no one in the family building, nobody in the family could save the building. They had to sell the building. She had to move out. She says it hurt for her to see that. She grew up with her grandmother. She grew up with her grandfather in a building. She says, listen, I can never be in a position ever again where someone tells me I gotta go. She says, Calvin, what do I need to do? We looked at her credit report. We told her exactly what she needed to do. She followed it to the T. It gets better, though. I know what y'all was thinking. Calvin, she bought a house? No. Calvin, she bought a property? Yeah. But watch this. 2 weeks before her score got to where we needed it to be, a good friend of mine I went to college with posted about a property. If we got some criers in the room, go get your tissue. He posted about a property. I said, man, I got a client looking for a 2-unit property, a multi-family unit property. I said, where's it at? He gave me the address. He sent me the photos. I said, man, that property look nice. Let me see if she's interested. I sent her the information. I called her because she normally be thirsty and be like, no, let me know what you think. I called her. I said, hey, what you think about that property? We got to jump on this one. She says, Calvin, I can't believe that you sent me this property. Do you know who the owner is of this property? I said, no, it's a guy I went to college with. She says, Calvin, this is my grandmother's property that we lost a year ago. Are you all listening? She said, this is my grandmother's property we lost a year ago. Now, I went from being told I had to leave to I had to get a rental situation. Then I saw you on my timeline. Someone said you helped them. I said, I need your help because I never want to be in that situation again where I can't save a family building or I got to move. I got to go do something else. Can you tell me what to do? We looked at her credit report. She got a game plan. She followed it to the T. She got a pre-approved. She got the family building back. True story. If you guys really want to see it, I interviewed her on the channel about 5-6 years ago. Look around for it. Type in Keisha. Shout out to Keisha. Appreciate you. Crazy, right? Homeowners. Listen, I ain't got to keep going through this list. This last one, I love this story right here. Check this out. He's a subscriber. So he looks at the YouTube channel just like you all right now, right? Subscriber in the house. He told his wife, he says, listen, we can't keep doing this the way we're doing it. I saw a guy on YouTube. He says he can help people. His wife said she was skeptical. You got to be skeptical a little bit because people say a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube. I get it. He said, listen, you are closer than I am. I'm going to pay for you to go ahead and start. He got this custom game plan or whatever. I'm going to pay for you to get the game plan. She says, okay, cool. She gets the game plan, follows it to the T. She says, man, you listen, you was right about that guy. Now we got her pre-approved for a home. I took them around looking at some houses and stuff. They said, listen, they said, Calvin, man, listen, we need more house, man. We got boys, man. I want them to have their own room. Like I want to give them what I want them to have. I said, okay. I said, bro, listen, this is what we need to do. I said, listen, you need a game plan. No, man, I'm too far back. I'm telling you, man, I'm in the 400s, man. I'm not trying to hold this process up. I said, man, listen, come on. Ain't nothing we ain't seen. Got him a game plan. Followed it to the T. Homeowners. Let me stop right there because I can go all day. Y'all know these are just screenshots. These are old screenshots. Let me put the link back in here because y'all think listen, let me put this in here real quick. Home in 90days.com because that's all it takes. That's all I need. I don't care who you talking to. It takes about 90 days. Then, of course, we got our recent property owner. Check this out. And y'all know it's real because look, she right here. Again, old screenshots. Y'all see her right there, right? Perfect. We'll make sure we're on the same page. This is her right here again. This is what she did. Game plan, by the way. Got a game plan. We looked at it. Check this out. She bought her first property. Y'all see the photo. That was back in 2018. She grew her equity about $90,000 to $100,000 in equity. Y'all know what she did to get that much equity in her house? I'm going to show y'all what she did. I want everybody to close their eyes. Now, you close your eyes, what do you see? Well, Calvin, I don't see nothing. That's exactly what she did to get that equity. She did absolutely nothing. She did nothing. Because in real estate, this doesn't happen when you're renting. This doesn't happen when you're living with friends. This doesn't happen when you're living with family. I'm not knocking these options. I'm just saying what this is. Listen, we got to call a spade a spade. When you playing spades, you can't put no heart there. You can't cut with no heart. You got to call a spade a spade. She built up equity. She took the equity. She paid off debt. And then she took the rest of the equity and bought another property. By the way, that's a tax advantage, by the way. Tax advantage, by the way. Anyway, she on her second property. She went from being told she can't get a house, being declined to get a house, being told her credit score was too low. She got a game plan. She followed it. Now she's 2 properties in. Not bad. Anyway, y'all good? I know that was a lot. Let's go into the comments, man. We got to wrap up. Our Lake is in the house. California's in the house. Appreciate you being here. Grinding for the bag knows what it is. Let's go Elite Family. Elite Family, where y'all at? Put Elite inside the chat. Elite is in the building. For those who don't know, we got the 850 Club Elite. Let me show you what the Elite is because y'all still here. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy for still being here. That means y'all serious about your goals. You're serious about your goals. By the way, we got YouTube in the house. We got Facebook on here. We got everybody on here today, actually. So let me pull this up real quick so y'all can see it's real. I know we got some people that don't think it's real. I know people been sending y'all off your whole life. Don't worry. Not today. Not today. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek here. Check this out. This is how the Elite is winning so fast. This is how they're accomplishing their goals. One, we're talking to each other. We're like, hey, what's the next move? Are we paying debts down? What are we doing here? Is our credit scores going up? We talking about certain things, right? Listen, things are coming off the credit report. Credit limits increasing. Y'all see this? Accounts being removed. Y'all see this? Listen. Let's keep going. Let's see here. So much going on. Let's see here. Let me just go into the section right here. First off, let me show you what the classroom is looking like. So here, when you go into the community, you can ask any question that you want to in pertaining to personal credit, business credit, home ownership, buying a car, everything that's attached to your credit score. Next, in the classroom section, right, we have our 90-day credit mastery boot camp that we just did. You get a custom game plan. You can obviously break down how to increase your credit score. Doesn't matter what your scores are. We have a game plan for you. We have a strategy for you. We break down authorized users, trade lines, understanding credit, all of that. Everything. You back in school. Okay. We also have a book of the month. I got to change your mental. You can't come in here thinking you finna accomplish your goals and you're the same person that you was last year. You can't do it. You're going to start thinking negative. You're going to start thinking you can't do it. No, you can do it. How can you do it? We was talking about that this morning. What was we talking about this morning, Elite? We was talking about how we say things like, oh, it's too expensive. It costs too much. No. It doesn't cost too much. You just can't afford it. How can you afford it? How can you get it done? See, we can't have this average person thinking. But either way, I want to lower my car payment. Shout out to everybody that's out here lowering their car payments. Oh, man. Either way, the list goes on and on and on and on. And of course, you get early access to my videos. We got stuff on the calendar that's coming up. We got interviews coming up. Listen, they get early access to interviews. It's tomorrow. We got 2 interviews tomorrow. We're going to be talking to consumer lawyer John is back in the house. Talking about how to beat debt lawsuits. YouTube, you guys will see this in about a month. Don't worry. I promise you'll get it in about a month. Then we got LaJuan coming back in talking about business funding mistakes that people have been making lately. Shout out to my guy LaJuan. He'll be in the house. Don't worry, YouTube. You guys will see this in about a month. Don't worry. We got you. We got you. Okay. But anyway, let's go into some success stories real quick. Success stories. Let's see here. Let's see. We're just going to go down the list. Watch this. Michelle said her credit score went up 33 points. Equifax 8. That was 1 day ago. Carla said, listen, Carla been acting a fool. Y'all know Carla. Carla done lower her car payment by $100. She got approved for an $8,000 limit credit card. She was able to get into Navy Fed with her dad. And that was a whole nother story. Okay. Credit score is still going up. She's back in the 700s. Chase Sapphire approval. You guys see it right there. Listen, we act a fool when it's good news. We act a fool when it's good news. Look at that. $8,000 limit credit limit. Right? We act a fool when it's good news. Look at that. Anyway, let me keep going. Equifax up. TransUnion scores up. He says, family, I don't know what to say, but thank you, Jesus. My TransUnion credit score went up another 6 points. Some of y'all say, well, 6 points, it ain't nothing. Booker been averaging about 6 to 10 points almost every week. Y'all say, well, that's only about 4 weeks. Nah, he been doing this about like at least 3 months. Okay, credit scores are going up. That's what it's all about. Look at this, man. Listen, and this just page 1. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Cause listen, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Y'all see this? We bringing people out of the 500s and back into the 6s. But anyway, let me get back to this. I don't want to lose nobody. Let me stop sharing. I just want to let y'all know it's real. Matter of fact, hold on. If y'all still here, y'all either crazy or y'all really want to accomplish your credit goals. I got you. Hang in there. Hold on 1 second. This is my serious people right here. Check this out. This is the real estate company. 5 stars, nothing less. 142 Google reviews. Why? Because we get the damn job done. Now, I'm not saying you can't work with anybody else. You work with whoever you want to. Just know you're going to get the job done. Okay? Another person I went to college with, new screenshots, right? Homeowner. I can go down the list. I'm not going to hold y'all up. Just know people out here buying properties. People out here collecting rent. So when someone says, well, Calvin, you know what? I don't mind paying rent. It's all good. Listen, it's nothing wrong with paying rent. Just don't get mad at people collecting it. Don't get mad at them. Do what works best for you. But you got to give it to somebody. I just want my clients to have it. That's all. She says, listen, I'm going to do this with my son. Oh, man, this is how you break a generational curse right here. Listen, landlords in the house, landlords, property owners. Man, listen, I got people in here that, let me see where they at. They giving testimonials and everything. Man, they going crazy. Another game plan, the home. Listen, y'all can watch, just Google us. Y'all can watch all this if you want to. Listen, she was at work, had to do the closing, came there, take the photo, went back to work. Landlord. Anyway, let me go back. See, it ain't about me. It's about you guys. That's what it's all about. All right, let's keep going, guys. Alethea's in the house. Carla's in the house. Oh, look at that. Alethea. That's what I'm talking about. Alethea with the super chat. Appreciate you being here. I need you to listen, Alethea, I need you on here every day doing exactly these super chat. No, I'm kidding. For real. Lonnie's in the building. Listen, Lonnie's going to be coming up, guys. Listen, check this out. I'm going to let you guys know some stuff that's going on the back end. Me and Lonnie was supposed to do an interview next Tuesday. But my son made it to the second round of drive, chip, putt for all my golfers in the room. But anyway, so since he made it to the second round, I didn't even catch the dates in time. So we had to reschedule that because, of course, my son will be round 2 in drive, chip, putt. So keep you guys posted on that. But shout out to Lonnie. He understood. And now we're going to get that rescheduled. Antoine Gates is in the house. Appreciate you being here, sir. Alethea says, recently, banks care about what you've done recently. Grinding says, feeling good this evening. I just got another update, another account deleted, and an automatic increase on my credit builder account. Appreciate that, sir. Keeping us in the loop, making it happen. Okay. Listen, Black American Television News says you can get a nice 2-story home with a 590 credit score. You better tell them. Listen, Oriel says, tell him, bro, about Fraud Guard. That's right. All day long. Do you know how Oriel knows this? Because he's been watching me for years. He knows the game. I'm not saying certain things can't be done, but they just telling you the front side of the story. They don't tell you the back end. See, I like to talk about the back end. What happens when what happens when a collection company says you owe them? Well, Calvin, you just get it removed. It's stuff on the back end. You got to know you got to understand the back end. You got to know what banks care about. Anyway, Grinding says, oh, he over there laughing. All right, Diane says, I need my credit worked on. Come on, Diane. Join the 850 Club Elite. Or better yet, here, the 90-day home buying is all inside of the 850 Club Elite. Now, the free webinar is going to break a lot of it down. But if you want to get straight to it, I'm gonna give you that link right now. This is where, if you want to get straight to it, 850clubelite.com. If you want to get straight to it. But if you want to learn more about homeownership, don't worry. We got you too. Okay? All right, cool. Next, let's keep going. Antoine says, is it going to be recorded for the 850 Club? I'm still working my side hustle right now. Oh, yeah. I'll make sure you guys get access. I'm going to see. I got to keep you posted on that. But don't worry. We'll figure out a way where you guys can get it for sure. But listen, Elite, you guys going to get way more than this. This is more of like an intro. So don't worry. You got the 90-day home buying challenge is inside of the 850 Club Elite. So you guys going to get everything. We breaking it down. This is more like the abbreviated version, but we're going to listen. We got all the modules. Trust me, you guys listen. We breaking it down seriously. Okay, I'm gonna make sure y'all got everything. But don't worry, I got you, Antoine. Diane says, "How can I get you to help me?" I got you, Diane. My bad. It's been sitting up there. Listen, and Mike gonna tell you, join the elite community. He trying to tell you. There you go. She says, "How can I sign up?" I got you. Don't worry. Yep, 850clubelite.com. Carla's in the house. Appreciate you being here. Alethea says elite. Grinding says elite. Roberta says, that's right. The mindset needs to change. Absolutely. And of course, Grinder says, congrats, young man. Oh, yeah, the Calvin. Yeah, man. It's going to be great. I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. But anyway, guys, listen, that's where you need to be. This is where you want to be, guys. This is where you want to be. Let me go and move this up again right here so you guys can see this again, okay? Again, free webinar, credit to home, okay? Free webinar, credit to home. This is where you want to be. This is where you guys want to be at. Let me hide this real quick. So listen, you want to go to home in 90days.com. Now, the webinar is not until Sunday. Now, if you don't want to wait until then, you say, Calvin, listen, I do not want to wait. Listen, come on in then. 850clubelite.com. Let's get these questions answered. Let's get you going. Okay? I need you to have results. Okay? Alethea says, I found out I can be a landlord of 2 to 4 units because of 850 Club. Yep. We just told her Tuesday. She qualifies for up to 4 units. We wait on you, Alethea. We wait on you. It's time to collect that rent if you want to, or get that house and collect the rent later. However you want to do it. We putting everybody in position. This is your year. This is your year. But I got to remind you. See, that's the thing. A lot of times, it's not that we don't know what to do. Sometimes we don't know what to do, but a lot of times we just need to be reminded. We need to be reminded of who we are. We need to be reminded of what our goals are. I'm just here to remind you of what your goals are. I'm just here to remind you of what you said you wanted to do. You said you wanted to buy a house. This is what this looks like. This is it. God sent me an opportunity. This is it right here. It may not be me. It's the information. It turns a light bulb on. It may lead to the next video. I don't know. But this is part of the process. You got to put in action now. See, some people are, I keep telling you guys, some of you all are addicted to information, but allergic to execution. There's nothing wrong with learning all these things. Yeah, I know how to do this. You a jack of all trades. Great. Sounds great. What are we executing on? What's going to be number one? But anyway, I ain't going to hold y'all up. I just want to make sure you guys know, free webinar. Make sure you guys are there Sunday. We're going to act a fool on Sunday. If you're serious about home ownership, make sure you guys get in the building. If you say, Calvinist, I want to get straight to it, come straight into the 850 Club Elite. Okay. Grinding says, I'm coming to the webinar with a nice cup of coffee. It's going to be in the evening for sure. And Cassandra's holding it down on the Facebook side. Appreciate you. Calvin Colwell's in the house. Keep speaking to my brother. Listen, y'all be listening to me. Calvin be dropping some gems inside the 850 Club Elite. Okay. And that's what's so great about it. You're learning from people that used to be in the 500s, used to be in the 600s. They're in the 700s now, giving free game. But anyway, all right, guys, I'll see you guys on the next